Seems like we got everything today. We had the hot weather, temperatures well into the 90s, and then the sky opened up. Flooding rain in parts of Fremont County, flash flood in St. Anthony, power outages all over East Idaho because of the wind. Multiple reports, one report after another, wind damage, trees falling over, doing all sorts of things, power lines tipping over, power outages. Okay, we need to rest up a bit. We'll get that rest tomorrow. A much calmer Wednesday than what we had for your Tuesday out there. Should be storm-free for all of us in East Idaho and western Wyoming. Okay, and it's also going to be a little bit cooler too. It won't be quite as hot. We're not expecting mid to upper 90s in Pocatello and Idaho Falls like what we had today, so we'll get that a break. Won't last long, but we'll take it. 90-degree heat will return on Thursday, and we'll stay in the lower 90s going into the weekend for the most part. Storm tracker radar still looking some storminess up in Madison County. Rexburg, you've been getting some too. Looks like a little more is headed your way, and as that pushes into Yellowstone, things will dry out even more so off towards the west as we zoom out. We actually had two different weather systems working together across East Idaho, western Wyoming. First one right now situated over Great Falls, the main low pressure of that, dragging moisture, creating strong, almost severe thunderstorms across the upper highlands, upper Snake River Plain. And then another system down in Nevada pulling moisture in from the southwest. It got close enough. It turned severe for us. In Pocatello, it was more wind than anything. And at 5 o'clock, we were kind of talking about how if we got anything in the Gate City, it would certainly be more wind. Other areas, though, not just wind, rain and hail and all sorts of crazy weather for your Tuesday. Now, for your Wednesday, we'll get rid of that craziness. It won't be quite as hot. High temperatures for most of us will be in the 80s. There'll be a couple of spots will be in the lower 90s. Malad City, 91. Twin Falls will top out at 90. Near 90 in Chalice. 84, though, in Rexburg, and a comfortable day up at Island Park with a high of 76. Thunderstorm activity anywhere, maybe even nearby. Yellowstone, eastern half of Yellowstone National Park, and way south, kind of the southwestern corner of Lincoln County over in Wyoming. That's about it. For the rest of us, including the mountains, we will be storm-free for your Wednesday. Southeast Idaho Chevy dealer 7-day forecast. Looking ahead. 90s are back Thursday. We'll be in the lower end of the 90s into the weekend. Coming out, we'll be in the upper 80s, and the way it stands now, we're dry. Yeah, at least for Pocatello, we've been dry for a while. Idaho Falls, no rain tomorrow. 86, no 90s, but back in those 90s for a few days at least. Rexburg will be in those 90s for 3 days in a row. That goes from Thursday into Saturday, and then not quite so warm for Sunday. Blackfoot, mid-80s tomorrow. Warmest, hottest day coming up, if you will be Thursday at 91, and then 80s for half the weekend. Teton area. We'll be in the mid-80s on Thursday. That'll be the warmest day with high temperatures pretty much staying right at about 80 or just slightly above. And for the Central Mountains, near 90 tomorrow, but certainly 90 and slightly above that Thursday and Friday. And then back in those warm 80s Saturday and Sunday.